Hello and welcome to our semi-final matchup for the day. It'll be Icemen versus the team of Resist Gaming. Icemen on the left, Resist on the right, as you can see in our picks and bans UI. Nuwa going to be the first ban overall for the Icemen, while Resist Gaming go for a standard Mercury ban.
Yeah, I mean, just taking Mercury off the board is so standard at this point. He brings so much to the table, F. He's playable in the jungle role, in the ADC role, in the solo lane. His ultimate, while a little tricky, isn't that hard to connect. He's got great poke. He can crit people in the face for a lot of damage. I don't know why we're not seeing this ban more often.
Definitely a very, very potent god. Loki coming out for Icemen. So Icemen have gone the route of banning the harassment bans, as we called them the last time around, where they just don't want to deal with them. Loki and Nuwa, not exactly super powerful, not top tier powerful.
We've seen a lot of Loki today.
Yeah, just two characters that Iceman does not want to play with. Resist Gaming going to go ahead and do the Thor as well. So a lot of bans just because we don't want to see them. I like these bans, and we'll see how the picks wind up.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Thor taken off the board. Geb gonna be first pick, obviously. He is. There are two clear strong supports. Geb is generally the stronger of the two, but situationally, Athena can be more valuable because, well, Geb has good rotations, but Athena can teleport across the map and hit or step on people's faces. So there's definitely a dynamic there, and it's a little bit of back and forth. Athena hovered on, and this is something that Hudot is very, very good at, and I'm gonna keep calling him Hudot forever. Hudot?
I'm gonna stop this right now. We're not gonna go on with that. First pick, waiting on it, as we said, hovered on that Athena Freya, such a potent combo. We saw that come out last match with Pain and Homie Effie. So, are we gonna see Freya in the jungle or in the hunter role, Crit?
Oh god. I want to say jungle. I want to say jungle because Nintendo played in jungle last time, but it really could go either way. I mean, yeah. That said, Nintendo's play was good enough, but now that we're in the semifinals, I think he needs to kick it up a notch. And you know, Icemen are a fairly high caliber team. Team. You've got Muffin Man, Blink, Xloyd, Proofy, and the famous Just a Banana 21, who is merely a banana. It's going to be some stiff competition.
Yeah, definitely some talented players here. I mean, talented players on either side of the aisle. Final picks for Iceman in the first round is going to be Geb Apollo, so that'll undoubtedly be that lane. No ambiguity there. And Ra going to round up the pick. Resist Gaming waiting on their third pick. So Resist has a little bit of ambiguity. As you said, we can infer that we'll see Freya in the jungle, but can be playing that hunter role as we see so many times. Giannis going to round out the first round of picks. Always love the Giannis pick. You combine it with an Athena, all of a sudden you have global ult. So Resist Gaming seem to have an agenda. They have a global agenda. Moving on, we're going to see the counter bans coming out. Nothing quite yet. So both teams taking their time, really want to enjoy all the laughs that they can. Nemesis going to be locked out, so that's going to be a good one for Athena. Also, we don't think about this usually, Kret, but Nemesis is a great answer to Freya. A fantastic answer to Freya, because she just can't get away. You have Valkyrie's discretion, but you slow her down with the ultimate and slice and dice, and she can't really escape. It's not the same when we think about Nemesis going up against high priority or high protection targets, but it certainly slows, and Freya just has no escape. Usually doesn't buy sprint because she goes Fatalis, so has trouble getting away from characters like that.
I'm still mad at you for that joke, but yeah, so Chalk going to be banned away by Iceman. And so the reason they banned Chalk is because Chalk is the clear pick, right? So with an Odin hover, it's likely going to be Freya actually in the hunter role, unless they do Odin support, which we haven't actually, or Odin solo, which we haven't actually seen yet, or like Athena jungle. But they knew that Freya can go jungle or hunter. They also knew that, well, Yanis can go solo, but he's probably a mid. So Chalk is like the most likely role and a pretty likely pick because they're definitely going to want physical stuff on Resist Gaming. So even if Yanis was solo lane, they'd want a physical mid, and Chalk is the premier physical mid right now.
And then there's Vamana, who is maybe should be the premier physical solo laner.
Yeah, I mean, the premier physical mid laner is Chalk, is what I was saying.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But Vamana, premier is a small pool.
Hunbat's going to round it out for Icemen here, folks. So, long lane should be Geb Apollo. We have a Vamana in the solo lane, Ra in the middle lane, and Hunbat's in the jungle. Very cut and dry here. No real ambiguity. Meanwhile, we take a look across the map, and Freya, Odin, both characters that can go in multiple roles. Giannis, available in multiple roles. So we'll see how this winds up. And the Osiris hover. We'll see if it gets locked in, folks. This will be a very interesting situation. Omega of Cognitive Prime did play Osiris solo recently. So it's something that can happen.
So, because I know the players on the teams, I can tell you what roles they're playing. But, yeah, so it's going to be an Osiris solo lane. Athena in the jungle, Odin in the support role, Freya AD carry, and Yanis in the middle lane.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, so the real thing that's scary is Icemen don't know that. Icemen don't really know what they're up against. They won't know what they're up against until they go into lane, which means sort of Muffin Man. He's probably up against something physical, but he won't know for sure what to itemize, right? Like this is the sort of situation where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get an Emerald Talisman, and you're like, I'm up against someone physical. This is awful. My life sucks. Probably not gonna happen, but you know, I think just for safety, I'd love to see a Death Toll start from the Vamana.
Yeah, I definitely think the Vamana should go a little bit aggressive here, but as we said, Icemen have the cut and dry comp Resist Gaming, the definition of ambiguity here, folks. I like the change. We'll talk more about all of the strange matchups here in just a moment. Stay tuned. We'll get into the game shortly. Welcome back, folks, to our first matchup in the semifinals. Winner of this will go on to the 5th week of the North American Challenger Cup scene finals. Minions have officially spawned. Icemen on the left in blue, and Resist Gaming on the right in red.
Yeah, the teams have already moved out of their bases. We just skipped through 2 pauses for you, so we're going to head right into the action, and everyone seems to be starting fairly standard. Remember, this is an Athena jungle and an Osiris solo lane. Austin the Max playing that very aggressive map control, or sort of fighty solo laner, like he did with the Chalk, where they just kind of want to beat people up, but Vamana kind of does the same thing, and it's going to be interesting to see how Muffin Man fares against Austin the Max. That said, I feel like Osiris is a really, really good... He's a really good character to combat Vamana in general.
Yeah, his passive is that natural protection or damage mitigation, so that should help him out in the original and the later on the Vamana fights that he'll have to sustain during the mid game if Vamana chooses to fight, or they could just stalemate it essentially. Hog goes out in the right lane, a lot of aggression coming out, jump to slow down both Nintendo and Awesome to the max. No follow-up though, so that's gonna be that.
Your left tower.
Now on the left-hand lane, Apollo and Geb are pushing up really, really deep. They're just kind of controlling this lane. Huda on that. Odin is not able to get the upper hand. Oh, actually, nice vanish out onto Blink Shockwave to create some space. Should be okay. Lloyd, the hunter, or the jungler, wow, for Iceman, is rotating the middle lane. Will pick up some farm, and now with the help of his mid laner, just a banana, they're going to do the red buff together.
Yeah, as Kret stated earlier in the broadcast, sharing a camp like this will actually give 50% more experience for your team overall if you do have that Bombas mask, so that's going to be a good pickup for that team that's sharing their camps. Little invade going on in the enemy speed buff. Chaos going to be leading the way faster than his jungler, Nintendo. Hog comes down and speed buff secured. Here comes Lloyd though. This might be a little bit of a catch out, but Lloyd's going to play it safe because he sees the rest of Resist coming through. Portal will miss. Hits good, but here's the damage. No taunt. And that'll be a good disengage. A little bit I think we could have seen more damage from Resist there.
Yeah, they didn't necessarily lock down or focus their targets properly, and so part of it is just the way they're composition oriented. That's a nice little combo of the banish into the bird bomb, but basically when you're playing jungle Athena, you dash in, shield wall, then taunt up until your taunt hits about rank 4 or 5, and because of that, your crowd control is pretty easy to respond to. Your taunt doesn't last too long because you're leveling your shield wall so you can clear. It's still definitely a strong role for Athena, but she's much better at initiating off of someone else who's diving in with the Defender of Olympus already on them, which luckily is perfect for Odin.
Odin drops the ring. Athena drops herself, and that should drop an enemy, hopefully. So, interesting stuff coming out with that potential combo. Left mid camp's going to go to Icemen. Right mid camp split down the middle, going to Resist Gaming. So thus far, nobody really wants to play it too aggressive. Krat, little invade before on that speed buff, as we noted, but outside of that, nothing really extremely aggressive.
Yeah. I think Resist does have a little bit more control of the game right now, and I want to see something aggressive out of them. But, well, you know, they're kind of setting up a nice little gank on this Raw here.
Hudat just waiting.
Yeah, and now the question is, Defender of Olympus is going to be targeted onto Hudat. There it is. Jumping in, Cage comes down, Defender of Olympus.
Beautiful.
This Raw is just going to die. Ooh, Fear No Evil not quite going to create the right positioning there, but it was a good attempt. Potentially could have saved him, but only if the Odin walked in the right direction.
Right, and that right there is one of the bigger combos that Resist Gaming have at their dispersal, so to speak. Just the bird bomb with the Defender of Olympus, drop the ring, and then drop the enemy, as we said. So first blood going the way of Resist Gaming, going to claim a death onto the enemy mid laner. Just a banana 21, just the first blood. He'll return to lane level 6, the enemy mid laner level 7, so, or still level 6, almost level 7, so should be interesting for Resist Gaming going forward in this middle lane. Almost 1,000 gold up. Just a banana as Rock can play very safely, so problem is that ring can't be too safe with that. So do we see a combat plane coming out, you think?
From the Raw, yes, because the ring now has healing reduction on it. I believe it's 100%.
It can, yes, it can rank up.
Yeah, and so yes, you do see a combat plane coming out. It used to be Odin Cage was Raw, and you're like, right, well, I'm just gonna sit in my heal and run around in circles. And Raw was actually one of the better players equipped to, or better guys equipped to deal with Odin. But now that the ring is healing reduction, yeah, I think you need a combat blink.
Solo lane, very aggressive here. Awesome to the max, about half HP or less. Decides to turn on Vamana, believe it or not, and gets him down low as well. Hog comes out from the red team, but no more push coming out from this Osiris. Stalemate in the solo lane, 8-8.
Yeah, so it's still like a fairly even game. You do have that 1,000 gold lead in favor of Resist, which is partially off of kills, but also very much established through good farming. And the question is now, what are they going to do with it? Where can they put their pressure and invade onto the speed buff? Nintendo is waiting here. So this is a timed invade, and this is Resist Gaming having a little bit more game knowledge than their opponents, taking advantage of that, which is really, really well played.
Yeah, getting that exact timer down. Everybody has access to the pie chart timer that you see when you see the camp die, but having the exact knowledge of the exact timing, we see Resist Gaming hitting the speed buff and then directly to the mid camps, getting them both as soon as they spawn. Great play coming out for Resist, and that'll actually transition into a domination of the mid camps. Both camps at the 6-minute mark go to Resist Gaming, so that's going to be the first big win for the team in red, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. Now, you know, the other thing is it just comes down to jungle timing. Like, you want to be at camps when they respawn. Nintendo currently sitting in the middle lane. His red comes up. He's probably going to take this wave of farm, head to his red buff. There's the shield wall coming out. And he's going to actually be heading into right jungle, so he wants to cover for his solo laner instead. And that's fine too, as long as he's sort of, you know, somewhere for a reason. Who dat? Gonna take a Cataclysm on the left-hand side. Nice banish out onto the Sun Wukong. Now trying to re-engage with the defender of Olympus. Cage comes down. Target is gonna be the Geb, but who dat's very, very low. Does not find a way to get out. Geb is staying alive somehow, and it's the problem with targeting a support. If you're not going to be able to confirm all of that damage, Nintendo forced thrown away. Now T-Mac getting turned on, and he likely will fall as the somersault comes in. Nice banish.
Great portal.
Unstable vortex, not going to do enough, and sloppy engagement from Resist. Real sloppy.
That portal is the entire reason why he's alive right now.
Yeah.
Got rid of the Hun Bats with the killing blow. Hun Bats had the killing blow, but you can't do anything when you're in a portal. So just removed from the entire engagement altogether for just long enough to allow the escape. So very, very good heads-up play by Resist Gaming. Able to hit the details. That's what you need.
Well, on the recovery, yes, but the gank itself was not detail-focused at all. They didn't really focus the same target. So, like, I don't even want to say they got it when it counted. Like, they didn't do it when it counted, but then when it counted again, they nailed it, which is... I mean, at least they got it once. It could have been a lot worse, but I don't know. I mean, when you're calling a gank like that...
play versus team play. Speaking of individual play, Lloyd is going to get individually singled out. 4 men with an Odin ring. 4 men with an Odin ring going to take down the monkey. So Iceman and Resist Gaming matching their 2 kills each team. 3 members of Resist Gaming rotating over to the left. Good dash in. Shield wall taunt. Not quite. Knockup's going to break that taunt. Here comes the bird bomb. Jumped in. A lot of damage onto their Geb, but they've turned their sights onto Apollo. Got the shield on him, so that's not going to be that great. 3 members rotating over here. There's 4 members in this left-hand lane. Ra's making his way here. I think I would have liked to see Ra clear his wave and wait for the Gold Fury.
Oh, dash in.
They're just
once
going to
again,
do it
shield
again.
wall taunt. Yeah, they're going to try again, and it's all about the cooldowns. That time, absolutely obliterating Blink with the bird bomb as T-Mac finds a kill onto Proofy. The first time, desynchronized abilities missed, people got peeled for, and it didn't work out. The second time, it totally happened. And what it comes down to is Resist Gaming has a combo of bird bomb, shield wall taunt, and unstable vortex. They need to connect with that. And they didn't do it the first time. The second time, someone got absolutely destroyed. That's a snipe down from just a banana, but it looks like Resist is not going to try and go for the gold tree here. They're going to respect this Hun boss.
Good choice.
Yeah, it's safer for sure.
I think it's a great choice. As you said, respect the Hun Bats. Hun Bats' ultimate can just disrupt everything, Kret. All of the plans can go awry if you get a good Fear No Evil, and that's exactly what they were expecting. Still, though, Resist Gaming gets both middle camps.
So just a little clarification for people wondering how healing reduction works. Healing reduction stacks linearly, so Divine Ruin stacks with healing reduction on characters, stacks with Borrow's Beat, stick up to like 90%. You can add a Pestilence, drop it to, say, 110. And when you get over 100%, it starts to counteract healing buffs. So the healing buffs and healing reduction are sort of on the same scale. If someone's in a Heavenly Agility, they're hit by a weakening curse, they heal for 25% because it's 125 minus 100, so 25% remains. If you do something like drop an Odin Ring and then drop a weakening curse or an Osiris ult, you just don't heal. Like, regardless of any buffs you have. Ra in trouble once again, dashing in from Athena. Shield wall is going to be good. Nice Stone Shield from Geb. Fear No Evil to create some room. Who dat could be turned upon. Nice snipe from Just a Banana. And now the Unstable Vortex really has to connect. Setting up the shotgun, and the shotgun's not going to hit that hard as Chaos will find the kill with the auto attacks, portaling out, but it's not the portal we wanted. It doesn't go far enough. Austin the Max jumps in the middle lane, but he's super low on health and will get taken down. Big mistake. Now Chaos is receiving the Defender Olympus. And Nintendo will not be able to peel as the beads come out from Lloyd, dashes into the gold tree and pulls that one, getting the aggro and taking a few hits for 100 damage. In the middle lane, T-Mac is going to face off against Mono. Rollout will connect on Nintendo, but just gives him a little bit of room to get away. If Shield Wall and Taunt are back up, he could turn on this, waiting for the cooldowns. Nice banish. That's the end of the engagement.
Chaos did a really good job avoiding this Hun Bats. There was all this damage going on in the middle lane.
Yeah.
Taunt out from Athena for nothing. But Chaos juked 2 overhand smashes.
Yeah. Totally.
Both of which would have killed him. Not initially, but the kill with the crit, the hit with the crit, would have killed that Giannis. And poor portal placement to get away, but great footwork.
Recovery.
So good call from Chaos, and that's going to allow his team to pick up the Gold Fury. It's going to give them a big lead at 2,300 gold, just 12 minutes in. 4 kills to 5 going the way of Resist Gaming. Both teams 6 towers up.
Your middle tower is under attack.
You know, I think they saw Geb recall, and that's why they were able to do Gold Fury, because that was technically a 5v5 Gold Fury. Everyone was alive, everyone was on the map, but Resist Gaming just had the opportunity. First of all, they had a lot of DPS, which definitely allows you to sneak things faster. But I think Geb was just visible recalling, or Resist got lucky on the Gold Tree call that just sort of the senses. Either way, that's a huge pickup, and they're going to need that if they want to transition successfully into the mid-game. Now their goal is to establish a gold lead and create some winning lanes. Freya will be coming online rather soon. It's 1,100 gold, so roughly 3 minutes till finishing that demonic grip, and that's a big timing when she wants to start the team fight, which is very much before Apollo's in the same situation. On the right, big invade coming out from Icemen, but it's going to be fended off by Resist Gaming because, well, there's no objectives to invade on.
Ultimate out from Vamana, more defensive than anything else, just wants to get Awesome to the max off his case. That ultimate from Osiris has been used, that's why we see that full passive up. Not much going on with these two soul laners, pretty much exactly what we expected. Kret, just two tanky people fighting, and Ra in the ring one more time. There's that healing reduction working, it's magic. Chaos gets the kill with the shotgun unstable vortex again with the 2 circle ults. Blink in the middle, good ultimate coming out from the monkey, and that's going to claim the middle laner. That was a surprise to everyone, including Chaos, who's now waiting 30 seconds before he's up.
Looks like the call's going to be go on Freya, but with no fear, no evil, I don't think this is really going to work out. Let's talk about timings. Let's talk about the point where players get their power spikes from the power from their opponents. In 400 gold, Austin Max will have chin size, at which point he's going to win solo lane because he's an Osiris with chin size. T-Mac is waiting for about 600 gold for his demonic grip, which is going to be really, really big. Nintendo just finished an item. Hudat is probably looking for his sovereignty, which is going to be about 1,000 gold away. So in the realm of the next 2 to 3 minutes, you're going to see some nice power spikes coming out from Resist, whereas Muffin Man's going to be a long time for power spike. Blink is about 1,200 gold from a smaller power spike. Lloyd is probably the biggest one coming out here.
Right.
Maybe he's about 400 gold from finishing Drone's Wrath, which would be good. And then Proofy is actually winning the race to sovereignty by about 200 gold. So that's really helpful as well.
One of the big things about chin size, folks, is that chin size is going to ignore all of that protection that Vamana wants to build inherently. So good start with the Runeforged Hammer. That's going to help a lot of just Osiris in general. But chin size is percent damage based on HP. So
Yep.
Muffin Man, that build won't help him out once those chin size are finished. And, you know, that's why Kret sort of talked about just sort of winning the lane, because you're an Osiris with chins. Ping's coming out. They understand that Awesome and Nintendo are in their jungle trying to look for something. Not going to be able to come around the backside as they wanted to. So just going to retreat from what looked to be a gigantic pincer maneuver.
Well, the other thing is, I mean, you've got a Ra going into a Warlock Sash, and you've got a Geb, and Osiris is going to be very good at killing all of those things with the help of his chin size. So, Austin Max. Oh, he went for an Executioner. That's a huge mistake. Like, yeah.
Oh, wow.
He had the gold to go for chin size, and he went for Executioner. And this is, well, never mind. Teamfight coming out. Muffin Man in the backline is going to be able to wreak havoc onto Chaos. Not going to connect with the Lord of the Afterlife, and Cataclysm creates some space. Chaos able to get over the wall, and Nintendo gets out as well. But Blink takes off Chaos off of that ult into the middle lane. Now is going to be fending off Freya, as Hudat jumps out and will be able to get okay, but it's going to be a jump in from Hoonbots. Proofy finds the kill onto Hudat, and then Nintendo gets very, very low. Snipe nearly kills T-Mac, and that's going to, at the very least... Oh, T-Mac stayed around. He's dead for sure. That's mid-tower and probably Gold Fury, depending on when it respawns, but definitely mid-tower.
Gold Fury's got a little bit on the respawn. Timer not quite blinking just yet. Kret, as you said. Mid-tower goes down. Inevitably, that's the first tower of the game, folks.
Yeah.
Icemen taking that tower, putting the lead back towards the center of the graph. There is no more lead. 17 minutes in. The guys in blue, Icemen, have secured their comeback. It is now tied. The game reset.
So, here's the thing about Awesome Max and why his build is a big mistake. The thing about chin size, the reason you don't see it so much is because it takes like 5 minutes to get from rank 2 to rank 3. But when you can make that sprint, and he was about 30 seconds away from making it because he didn't recall, chin size is still completely worth it, especially on Osiris. Chin size is one of the highest damage items in the game as a single item. Executioner is significantly lower, and it would be so good against this composition. So Austin the Max is potentially in trouble. Just a Banana also in trouble, and he's healing for negatives right now, taken down by the bird bomb. Through space and time coming through, and gonna create some options in this fight as Proofy gets cut off. Nice Fear No Evil to make Resist Gaming retreat, and now that gets gonna die. I mean, he's so low on health. Nice shockwave, but Valkyrie's discretion. Wait for it. There it is. Going up in the air is Apollo.
T-Mac earns his second kill. Blink trying to turn this around. His theme is very, very low, but this could prove to be a poor choice. Lloyd gets the kill onto Nintendo. 2 members of Resist very low, and here's the Vamana. That's an AoE. That's 1 kill. Looking towards who that. This is going to be the 3rd kill. Meanwhile, the 4th is picked up in the back. Muffin Man gets the double. 1 more kill goes the wayside of Chaos. So that's 4 members down of Resist Gaming. Icemen, not only did they tie it up, folks, they are looking to put themselves in the lead. Right now, technically in the lead. Let's wait until the Gold Fury is dead to see where that lies. Awesome the Max is here. Awesome the Max is no longer here. Deicide going the way of Icemen. The Gold Fury is now completed, and the gold falls into the clutches of the Icemen. Blue side up 2,300 gold, pressing onto their blue buff. Probably going to return to lane after taking mid camps and Kret. They've turned this game around.
And Shinsai is actually ending up on Muffin Man, so he's going to be the one who's carving through this tankier targets, of which there are plenty on Resist as well. I mean, you've got Osiris, you've got Odin, you've got Athena, but the big thing is, who, with no chin size on Osiris, and then going into a cloak build, who's going to be able to do damage to Vamana? Because the burst damage from stuff like the bird bomb isn't going to be substantial to his health bar. Same with Unstable Vortex. Like, maybe it could help secure a kill, but it's not going to carve through him and, you know, take him from 100 to 0. It's going to be Freya. And Vamana kills Freya about as well as Freya kills Vamana, which means that
it's up to the Freya player, I feel. If you can maintain your distance and play well with your steroids down, which is harder than people give it credit for, we will see a good victory. But the thing is, when it's your Freya's job to kill the Vamana, it's in some ways a death sentence for your Freya. Now Muffin Man, he's got his ultimate. He doesn't really need to be too worried here. We'll actually get rooted out into the baby form. He's not going to be healing because of the Lord of the Afterlife effect, but look at the damage he's putting out. Nintendo gets very low, and with the help of this chin size, Muffin Man is going to stomp all over the opposition. It's a free kill. Yeah, Muffin Man picks up the chins, unlike his solo lane counterpart. The solo lane tower has fallen. 4 towers up for Resist, 6 up for Icemen. This fight still aggressing. Icemen want to push. Resist playing it safe. They're gonna go back to lane. Don't want to bite off more than they can chew. Play the lead. Don't let the lead play you. Winner of this match will go on to the finals and face off against 5 Angry Men, making their first appearance in the Challenger Cup finals. So Icemen versus Resist Gaming. The winner will face the Angry Men.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how that comes out, but Icemen are looking really, really good. They, within the past 3 minutes, have amassed a 4,000 gold lead off of just turnaround kills, the Gold Fury, and now over in the solo lane. So it's just able to pick up so much pressure, so much control. Icemen need to close this out cleanly. And look at that. So Muffin Man's going into a Silver Talisman. He's actually itemizing up against the Freya, who's going to be the one trying to kill him. Soul Reaver coming out on Nintendo, which could be very, very strong. Chaos going into that penetration. How do you think Resist Gaming plays these team fights? What's their goal in a team fight? Like, what are they looking for?
Resist Gaming really just want to take a look at X-Lloyd. The monkey, once the ultimate's down, is a nice little target because he's going to use the jump to slow most likely, especially in the fray of that. So you don't really want to look at Muffin Man at all. Just a Banana is probably your choice if you can get to him easily, but with that Speed of Light passive is just too difficult. So you want to take a look at the monkey, but you most importantly is you have to use these beads. We see 3 beads online. Who that's not going to be able to get beads. T-Mac, no actives. questionable.
Ooh,
That's
yeah,
what
that.
we need
It's
to avoid.
22 minutes in.
We need to avoid the fear no evil if we are resist gaming and want to win. The fear no evil is going to be one of the bigger things that Icemen can do in these team fights outside of raw damage from Muffin Man. So.
And
That's
they've been
gonna be
used
your
so
priority.
well. I mean, the Fear No Evils of this game coming out from Lloyd have been absolutely top-notch.
That's
He's
what I'm saying.
transitioning into more of a support role. So let's look at exactly what Icemen are really thinking about their itemization. Just man is like, right, I'm having a rough game. Cooldown boots, Warlock Sash, Chronos Pendant, maxing his CDR, being a support for his team. I do want to see him fill that second active slot. Aegis Pendant would be nice. But it could be a Combat Blink, it could be a Heavenly Agility. Any of those would be fine. And then you've got Blink, who's an AD carry and will be trying to AD carry. You got a carry of a mana with a little bit of defensive itemization. The question is he going to continue the Silver Talisman or move on to something else? Silver Talisman is the sort of item where you like to leave it, but Bulwark can be nice. Pestilence can be nice as well.
I feel like Bulwark passive is wasted 9 times out of 10, but as of a mana, you're going to be able to use that.
Yeah, the 10th time it's completely OP, which is it's sort of a gamble. Like when that passive works, it works. So
it's
so
very
that could
similar
be
to Aussie to me, Kret, where the characters that are building defensive because they're getting crushed easily. And like Aussie, the 35% qualifier, 25% on Bulwark, you just don't stay alive that long at all if you're taking that much damage force into a defensive build. If you are a Vamana, though, you can pretty much stay alive because of your regeneration as long as you're not Lord of the Afterlife. So I like the choice to go Bulwark here, even if I don't normally like the choice to go Bulwark.
Well, and the amount of natural anti-healing on this Resist Gaming lineup is incredible. You've got the healing reduction from the Odin Cage, you got the healing reduction from the Osiris Soul, and then because of the way percent damage reduction works, which is on the Judgment Tether, Osiris is 3, that actually reduces healing too. Fun fact is it also reduces mana gain, so it will impact your MP5 and it will impact your meditation and your blue buff. But that doesn't matter. It's just, like, you could meditation while linked to an Osiris and you'll only get half the mana, and you'll be like, what? And then you die because you're linked to an Osiris.
Despite all of the ticks against Just a Banana's raw choice, Icemen are still up at the moment.
Yeah.
3,900 gold, biggest lead of the game. 24 minutes in. Blue team aggressing on the Gold Fury could be a bad choice. Chaos coming through the highway. That is through space and time. Just a Banana going to go ahead and leash the objective. That's a good choice. Odin ring down. No more heals from Ra. Blink's going to kill Whodat. 2 fights going on. Muffin Man in the back line while the rest of his team in the front, taking on Awesome to the max. Awesome to the max gets a nice crit. Blink is critting as well, though. That's a good, so beautiful. And Awesome to the max will fall to the side. T-Mac, now the target. Up goes Lloyd, and down smashes on T-Mac. Immediately trades, going the way of Chaos.
Oh,
right now
Apollo
with
looking for
3-1.
Chaos, and he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Will get the portal as he dies. The biggest thing about that fight, and it was great play from Just a Banana, he was getting pressured hard. The Odin Cage hit the ground. The actual Osiris ultimate, Lord of the Afterlife, hit 3 people.
Yep.
So that's massive healing reduction. And then all that healing reduction ended. And he just dropped his heal. And he was like, right, you're out of healing reduction. I'm going to heal everyone up. And that was so huge for Icemen. I mean,
Big win for Icemen. That's putting their lead away from a decent lead to a substantial lead, and right now they're looking for a dominant lead. Fire Giant low, Fire Giant destroyed. Icemen leading the game 5,300, but they do have that Fire Giant, so really, blue guys can take on any fight they want.
yeah, they can take a lot of fights, and the big thing about Ra with this build at this point in the game is his sustain for his mana is really, really good. So his sustain for his team is really good. And, you know, we talked about how Resist Gaming has a lot of anti-healing, right? That only works when you're fighting your opponents. When you're not fighting them between the fights, when they're going from one tower to another tower, they're able to heal to full. They can keep pushing, and that's one of the biggest advantages of sustain. I mean, Pestilence kind of does it, but it's still got a range. You're probably not near your opponent, so that can just be so strong.
Love the Freya Witchblade pickup, Kret. I absolutely love this pickup. It's gonna do good. It's gonna do good things for not just her offensively, but Muffin Man, Blink. That'll be a big choice.
Well, that said, when your Freya has to go into a Witchblade,
yeah,
that's bad news. Especially
course,
because,
but-
I mean, we mentioned it earlier, Odin should be pretty good against Vamana. Vamana's like, yeah, I'm gonna dive your backline, and Odin's like, I'm gonna cage you in, bro.
Well, see, that's the thing. Vamana's not doing that. Vamana's the one that's taking the front, and Odin's forced to be in the back while the Osiris dives everybody. So they're really splitting this game up, and Iceman really driving that point home that they want to split the team up. Aggressing on this left-hand tower, just straight sieging it. Got a couple of minions here, but Tank's going to tank it for a little while. Here's the rest of Resist. There's a fight going on solo in the solo lane, while 4-on-4 in the left. Apollo seems to be winning that fight. Tower going down pretty well, but left lane already down.
That tower is going to be gone. The question is, do they go for the Phoenix or the other towers? They want more gold, more map pressure, or they want to just go straight for the throat and sort of go a little bit faster with their win. Lloyd's going to use his jump, and that's going to put him in trouble. Will have to use his Fear No Evil defensively trapped in the cage, but able to get out as his jump comes off cooldown. It is relatively short. Snipe comes through, will not connect. Now Muffin Man is diving the backline. He's looking for a T-Mac and going to absolutely destroy the Freya, forcing out the Valkyrie's discretion as Geb disengages from the fight very low. T-Mac going to back away, and that's basically everything down for everybody. But Icemen have healing, and Icemen have towers to kill. So it's still a win.
And Icemen have Fire Giants, so able to really just clear out this entire tower. A single tower remains with just a little bit of HP. Muffin Man should be able to just take this one. I'm going to clear out the minions first and then probably take it. Red team going down the middle lane, not paying Vamana any mind. Athene sort of making her way over here now. And he smells it out and he's going to go away as the entire team now comes to defend this tower. Good play from Resist, still down by about 10,000 gold, 11. But good recovery and able to find sniff out where their enemy would be.
You know, I only just looked at what the bird bomb looks like from the spectator client, and it actually just is a massive explosion of birds. That's amazing. It's
Bird bomb.
Birds go everywhere, dude. They're flying all over the place. It's crazy. So this fire giant buff isn't going to last too much longer. They're probably at less than a minute. So now the call from Icemen is, first of all, see if they can take that right tower, because they're still winning 5v5 fights. They don't want to dive a Phoenix, but diving a tower with one hit left on it from a Vamana is totally fine. They can also set up split push pressure with their ADC, who it's always hard to gauge the matchup, but Resist Gaming is trying to put their Athena up against Apollo, which I don't hate because it's global versus global, which sounds good. The problem is you have to be incredibly good at Athena and possibly better than your opponent to be able to sort of win that 1v1.
Yeah, you really, one of the big downsides of Athena jungle is the time in between bursts. A decent amount of cooldown on those abilities, both shield wall and taunt, and preemptive strike for what it's worth. And as we take a look at the builds here, Nintendo not building too much cooldown reduction. We do a cooldown boost, but nothing
coming
past
out.
that.
Going on to Nintendo, and he's going to be forced to back off. Proofy walked through the threshold, started rolling out, and immediately canceled because he realized he was going like 2 miles an hour. Actually the slowest.
Not quite rolling out.
Well, I mean, he flies anyway, but it was really slow. Like, it was kind of sad. Fire Giant respawning very, very soon, and given the amount of damage on Resist Gaming, they might just try for the rushdown play. Geb and Odin have about even chance to steal it. The left-hand side, though, Blink is going to get soloed by T-Mech. That's a huge misplay, and it's going to buy Resist Gaming about 56 seconds. Can they get any other picks? Lloyd in the middle lane could be in trouble. Valkyrie's discretion is down. He does have Fear No Evil and will be using it to create some space for himself. That's going to be the Bird Bomb down along with the Magi's Blessing. Now Awesome Max in the middle lane, gonna look for any opportunity to engage, doesn't find it. 37 seconds left on the Apollo. Resist have slowed down Icemen, but I don't think they can do FG. They can't. Muffin Man, look where Muffin Man is right now.
Muffin Man, Nintendo is gonna get bursted on. Muffin Man surrounded by the enemy team, hits one, gets the kill. Half HP for the Vamana already, while Odin surrounded in his own ring. Aggressed on by the monkey. X-Lloyd gonna take down who dat? Ultimate over. Now they're looking at Awesome to the max. T-Mac gets a kill in the back. That's going to be one good one for Resist Gaming.
Just a banana.
Just a banana. Out of this world.
that looked like he was a really good player. I mean, that was perfectly calculated. Great play. Now Muffin Man looking for T-Mac. T-Mac no ultimate. Celestial beam through the wall. Just a banana. Put him in the SPL. Put him on thirst, man. Like, ooh.
Just a banana actually playing really hard, getting a lot of the kills, almost blind, really understanding sort of what we praised Mace to the Face for, really able to predict player patterns and where they're going. Chaos right now, Giannis, no ultimate, so no snipe potential, no hog, so really nothing to do here at all. Fire Giant now dead for the Icemen. Sprint pop by Blink, not chasing the kill. That's a veteran move. Right side is going to be aggressed on by the Icemen. 4 members with that Fire Giant buff are here and ready to fight. Nintendo and Odin trying to stop it.
Big crit starting to come out from Blink on this Apollo as he oh, another snipe from Just a Banana, who... Is this guy really just a banana? Because, like, wow, really great raw play coming out. He had a very rough early game. Positioning was off, but in late game, his accuracy is on point. Nice Cataclysm just to create some space and keep the team alive. Muffin Man could be in trouble as he's very low on mana, but it doesn't matter as the Phoenix will fall. Now jumping in with the Lord of the Afterlife, looking for kills as Vana clear the path away. Blink is in trouble. Blink is probably going to fall. Gets the mez, dashes away, but Bapter's discretion just too good at securing. Jumps in is Lloyd. Nice Fear No Evil looking for T-Mac, who's able to get out through a portal. Muffin Man is a big baby, but he's crying because there's nothing he can do to clean up anyone else. As Osiris recalled it the gold tree. I don't know how he got it.
Just playing it safe is both of these teams, honestly. Resist Gaming getting what they could. I think that was really good defense coming out from them. They lost their 2 Phoenixes, so maybe not really good defense, but it's great that they got a pick. Would you say that's more Icemen biting off more than they can chew, or did Resist Gaming play that really well?
Resist Gaming played the re-engage really well. You know what? I think Icemen did the right thing. Because there's the question, right? How do you end the game? You take all the Phoenixes, then you kill the Titan. And your biggest goal is to get all 3 Phoenixes down. The first time you kill a Phoenix, it will, for the rest of the game, only ever have half health and half damage. That's a huge victory. So, going into a somewhat suicidal situation to get a Phoenix is absolutely worthwhile, provided you don't give up too much. It was good play from Iceman to do that. It was good play from Resist Gaming to get a kill off the back of it, but it wasn't what needed to happen because that was a calculated risk. That was a suicidal risk, and it was still a victory for the Icemen. Resist wanted 2 or 3 kills, if you could really call it a victory from them.
So, no misplays.
I mean,
could have been better.
Died. So, yeah, it could have been better. It would have been nice if no one died there, but it wasn't a situation where no one needed to die. Like, that death was probably going to happen to someone.
Very, very, very true. And if it has to happen to Lloyd after the ultimate's down,
that's not too bad.
Exactly. I think that's something Iceman will take and run with, certainly running with it up this left-hand lane. 5-on-5 action at the moment. Lloyd playing it safe in the back line, looking for his chance to engage. Good ultimate coming out from Geb. That's going to stun just 2. Here's the Odin Ring along with Muffin Man on the Phoenix. Down comes Blink into the middle of everything. Lloyd needs to be prepping this ultimate. Not quite just yet. It's been down. Threw that very low. He's going to be forced into the Phoenix or into the fountain. Muffin Man takes him down. Phoenix has fallen right about now, and that bird bomb's going to take out the Vamana. So it's a 1-for-1 at the moment, and
totally
Resist
fine.
Pushing off, but the Phoenix is down. The damage has been dealt. 35 minutes in. Icemen are okay once again with losing 1. Vamana not the one you want to lose. Like I said, if you wanted to lose somebody, it would be Lloyd, but still good enough to keep on pressing. Goofy coming in, roll out, gets a good knock up on Awesome to the max. That'll chase him out, and they're looking to fight. They're looking, and there is no retreat. Cret, they want to make this happen.
I mean, it totally depends on the cooldown timers of their ultimate, but like, if Iceman's ultimates come up here and they can just dive into the Titan, they should be able to kill it in time. They just need a Fear No Evil to create space. That's the only reason I can think that they would be up this far, unless they're just trying to harass and get the Phoenixes when they respawn and keep Resist Gaming from pushing out too far, which is still a decent idea. T-Mac in the middle lane drops his pulse so that once that wears off, yeah, there's Proofy looking for an initiation. Not gonna find it. That's fine. Muffin Man respawning very, very soon. And what this comes down to is, like, think about how good it is to have 3 Phoenixes down for your opponent. There it is. That's the respawn by Phoenix. Immediately take it down. Mid Phoenix will respawn soon. And Fear No Evil creates some space. Probably not what they were looking for.
Not what they were looking for at all. T-Mac in the air on the skin of his teeth. Gonna stay alive. Blink slowed out. Not a big deal, but the crit comes not quite there. Jump up from the monkey. Awesome to the max, looking for the kill on the Gary, but just a banana takes him down, protecting his blue hunter. Icemen still 5-man strong, although Blink just barely alive. Can he heal up in the back line? Resist wants to exploit it, can't quite make it happen. Blink already healed up. Muffin Man, in the meantime, aggressing up the middle lane without his team, all by himself, doesn't matter, and down comes Blink onto T-Mac. Gets the last hit, is Muffin Man. The Titan falling, and the Titan will die. Icemen are going on to the finals.
5 Argument Men will be facing off against them there, but I gotta give props to Muffin Man. Despite his age, he's still just baby raging in a cage. Resist Gaming is going to be going to the Constellation match where they'll be facing off against the Rambozos, and yet again, the Challenger Cup will have a different set of finalists for this week.
Yep.
Again. Guaranteed.
Yeah. Again. This is North America. Nothing is set in stone. No team is safe. We will bring you the...
Wait. North America does that? I thought Europe does that. Are we in Europe? It feels like we're in Europe.
That's the beauty of the Challenger Cup. It seems the regions have really
swap.
swapped their roles. Yeah. Previously, we used to get... Certain people used to get bored with the finals. Nobody here at the Challenger Cup. Here, though, much different story. North America's going to feature 2 different teams in the finals. 5 Angry Men versus Icemen. Icemen, a team that we don't see much of. We're very excited.
I want to see more. Justin Banana played out of his mind.
He really did. Justin Banana winding up 4, 4, and 10. Vamana Muffin Man 8, 1, and 11, stealing a little bit of the spotlight away from that Ra. Going to see how they do in the finals. Just a couple of minutes. Grab a drink and stay tuned for the finals.